hatching, blinking at the world. The warm sun hits your tiny, scaly body, and for a second, you think, hey, this is not so bad. Then you look around. There are no siblings, no mom, and no one here to help you. You are totally on your own. The sand around you shifts. You freeze, instinct kicking in. Something is moving nearby. A shadow passes over you. A bird. Your first thought is not about food or shelter. It's run. You rush into the nearest crack between two rocks. Your tiny legs working overtime. The bird pokes its beak into the crevice, but you flatten yourself like a pancake, clinging to the rock. After a few tense moments, the bird gives up and flies away. You let out a tiny, unbalanced breath. Welcome to lizard life, where you are born, and everyone directly tries to eat you. Now that you have survived your first predator, it is time to handle your next challenge, finding food. Hunger is teasing you, and your tiny stomach growls as you crawl out of your rocky hiding spot. Your eyes scan the sand. There it is, a small cricket jumping in the distance. Perfect. You lower your body to the ground, creeping closer. Every muscle in your body is tense, your tail twitching with suspense. This is it, your first hunt. You get within striking distance, leap forward, and miss. The cricket hops away like it is mocking you. You spin around, spotting it again, determined not to fail this time. You launch yourself at it with full force. Success. It is not the tastiest thing, but it is food. As you finish your meal, a new danger appears. A snake slithers from the grass. You freeze, your instincts screaming at you to run. With no time to think, you look back to the safety of your rocky hideout. The snake flicks its tongue in frustration and moves on. Life as a baby lizard is about staying alive, and when it comes to survival, camouflage is your best friend. The sun is blazing down as you cautiously crawl out from your rocky hideout. You need the heat to get moving, but out here, predators are everywhere. So staying out of sight is priority number one. You look up and spot a hawk circling in the sky. Your instincts go into overdrive. Without hesitation, you dive under a pile of dry leaves, your skin mixing perfectly with the dirt. You freeze, no blinking, no twitching, as the hawk's shadow sweeps over you. It hovers, scanning for any sign of movement, but you are a statue. Finally, it gives up and flies away. With the coast clear, you get out again, feeling braver. Then you see it, a fat, juicy beetle crawling nearby. Perfect. You inch closer, your camouflage still doing its magic. You pounce, beetle secured, mission accomplished. And the best part is, you did not become someone else's lunch in the process. Out here, it is simple. If they cannot see you, they cannot eat you. Growing lizards shedding skin problem. It does not stretch. So when your body outgrows it, there is only one solution: shedding. You rub your head against a rough rock, trying to loosen the old tight skin. Slowly, the peeling begins, like taking off a stuck jacket. Pieces of your old skin hang off you like worn-out clothes. Eventually, you pull the whole thing off, leaving behind a perfect wrinkled version of your old self. You look at it for a moment, and then, well, you eat it. Why waste a perfect snack? It is full of nutrients, and nothing goes to waste in lizard life. Your fresh, clean skin blends better with your surroundings, making it harder for predators to spot you. While you are relaxing on a rock, a snake silently slithers out of the grass. Before you even spot it, it lunges. Its jaws snap shut right on your tail. Your tail separates and starts wriggling like it's got a mind of its own. The snake, completely distracted by your flailing tail, does not notice you making desperate energy to safety. You scramble into the nearest crevice, your heart pounding. From the safety of the rocks, you take a breath and look back. Your tail is still out there, twitching away like it is performing a one-lizard circus act. The snake is busy enjoying the meal and never catches it. It's a classic survival move called Autotomy, when lizards drop their tails to escape predators. Pretty clever, right? But there is a downside. Without your tail, your balance is off, and moving around is not as smooth as it used to be. Also, regrowing a tail is not quick. It takes time and a lot of energy you will now have less of for hunting or avoiding future predators. Unlike mammals, you cannot generate heat, so the sun is your best friend and worst enemy. Too cold, and you are lazy. Too hot, and, well, you are toast. It is mating season, and the air is exciting. Or maybe that is just the insects. Either way, you are on a mission. Find a mate. You spot a female basking on a rock. Perfect. But you cannot just stroll to her like a casual meetup. First, you puff up your chest and nod your head in an elaborate display. This is the lizard version of saying, "Hey, look at me. I am worth your time." She oversees you, her head tilting slightly. Encouraged, you step closer, continuing your rhythmic push-ups like a tiny scaly gym bro. Finally, she shakes her head, saying, "All right, I'm interested." You approach slowly and carefully, making sure not to scare her off. After a few cautious moments, she allows you to court her. It is quick and efficient, and before you know it, the deed is done. Your job is over, and you rush away to avoid overstaying your welcome.
Sunbathed, then a loud thud. You turn your head just in time to see something round and fast approaching you. It is a ball that lands just inches from your tail. A human child is nearby, and guess what? They have decided you are their target practice. The kid picks up the ball and throws it again. You dart to the side, narrowly avoiding a direct hit. Your legs move like lightning, and you sprint across the ground, weaving through bushes and rocks. The kid keeps chasing, throwing the ball with increasing determination. One throw smacks the ground so close, it bounces over your head. You get into a crack between two rocks, flattening yourself like a pancake, hidden deep in the shadows. After a few moments, the kid loses interest and walks away. You wait a bit longer before rushing out. Your time has caught up with you. You have survived predators, fights, and even a human attack. But a new challenge is winning: hunger. The dry season has hit, and the once abundant insects you relied on have vanished. The ground is cracked, the plants are dry, and there is nothing to eat. You wobble across the hot earth, searching for anything. Just one cricket, a beetle, even a tiny ant. Your legs feel heavier with every step, and your energy is drained by days without a proper meal. A faint movement in the distance catches your eye, and you lunge toward it. But it is nothing, just a leaf blowing in the wind. The sun blazes down, and your body feels like running out of fuel. You crawl toward a shaded rock, hoping to rest. But you know deep down that rest will not be enough this time. As the day progresses, you stop moving. Your body is too weak to continue. The wild has no sympathy, and survival has its limits. Ultimately, it was not a predator or a human that ended your journey. It was the harsh reality of nature itself.